Well, hi everyone, welcome to today's vlog at the end of a day, and we're journeying ever deeper into Lent as we share together. And today we're going to be looking at particularly one of the most difficult aspects of this journey, and that is how we deal with pain. Some people find pain all-consuming, and part of that is because we get overwhelmed by not only the events that are going on around us, big though they may be. One pain speaks into another pain, and the pains of the past encroach on the pains of the present. I don't know whether you've ever been in a situation where people have either reacted to you in a totally disproportionate way. The issue you may be dealing with is this big, and their reaction is sort of this big. And that can be due to the past pains that whatever's going on for you at the moment speaks into. And that may be something that's happened to you as the recipient of the response of that person, or it may be that it's you yourself, because what happens is our memories have a very quick mechanism, if you like, that triggers the fact that I was hurt doing this before, I was hurt in this way before, and I'm not going to get caught again. And so we put up our defences, or indeed our hurts and our pains. Sometimes people take those hurts and pains deep within themselves, they recoil, and other times they come out fighting like a bull. And often when it's disproportionate to what's going on, that's because they have added their pain and hurt from the past and brought it all together in the present. As I say, that can be any one of us too. Is there an alternative? Well, the scriptures and the Bible and this journey we're taking suggests yes, there is. The psalmist in the book of Psalms is very honest to God about the hurt and pain. The way he pours out his heart in Psalm 74 is absolutely blunt and honest. Maybe we've not been that honest with God, but I'll just give you a flavour of what he says. O God, you have rejected us forever. Why does your anger smoulder against the sheep of your pasture? Remember the nation you purchased long ago, the people of your inheritance, whom you have redeemed, and on Mount Zion where you have dwelt. Turn your steps towards these everlasting ruins, and all this destruction the enemy has brought upon your sanctuary. He goes on in that vein, and it is full of hurt and pain, and we may resonate with that over a particular issue, or just in general with God. You know, where is God in all that's going on at the moment? What's interesting, this is based on a relationship. This relationship between God and Israel is a covenant relationship, that surely God would not turn his back. And even though it can seem as though he turns his back, what's interesting is then what happens next. The psalmist says later on, "But God is my king from long ago. He brings salvation upon the earth. For it is he who split open the sea by your power. It is you who broke the heads of this monster in the waters called Leviathan. It was you who opened up springs and streams. The day is yours, and yours also the night. You established the sun and the moon. It was you who set all the boundaries of the earth, you who made the summer and the winter." And again, so it goes on. And the point is that the psalmist is looking to find his hope in this God of creation. And so when we look at the creation all around us, even in the midst of all that's happening at the moment, it's finding that wonder in creation and seeing it's the same God who we thought was apparently absent, strangely is very present. And we need to trust that and trust him. And this is the gift that the psalmist and indeed the whole of scripture gives us. We could almost call it by its titles, creation and covenant. When you're in a place where you think everything is going wrong, and that's based on that covenant relationship not working, we can appeal to creation, to the God of creation, who is big enough to sort all these problems of the world out, whether it be the pandemic or Ukraine or whatever. He is the God of creation who formed this world and universe in the beginning. And then the opposite, the corollary as they call it, is also true. If we can see God in creation, then we can realise he calls us into covenant. He doesn't want to be a God from afar. He wants to be a God who's close and walks with us, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, foot by foot, in through our life and the life of this world. And he cares passionately for this world. Creation without covenant, you end up with a distant God. Covenant without creation means you lose the hope that actually anything can change, because all you do is end up getting bitter and almost angry with God. And although that's good to be able to be that honest, it's also good that it can lead to hope again, if only we will go there. So it's a difficult one today, but I hope that maybe because of what you might be going through in your life at the moment, or you just feel all that's going on in the world, we'll each be on that spectrum, on that journey, somewhere between creation and covenant, between a desire for hope and a desire to know that everything will indeed be okay. Not just in a blind faith, but in a faith based on the love of God in and through all that he has made, and indeed in and through the person that we're following on this journey, who will take us to the cross and through the cross and out the other side. And it's not an easy journey. Bit by bit we have to give up our pain, we have to give up our despair, even though we may have held on to it for years. But as we do so, and it can be indeed itself painful to do so, we can also glimpse that through the cross and out the other side, there is a new day and a new dawn. And I pray that both for each of you, for myself, for the life of the church, but also particularly, of course, at the moment, for the people of Ukraine and indeed for the wider world. And it all comes back to trusting in Psalms like this, written 3,000 years ago, and yet just as relevant to today. Psalm 74, many other passages we could do well to read at this time. Have a good rest of the day. God bless everyone. Bye for now. Bye-bye.